The St. Anthony, Minnesota police officer by the name of Jeronimo Yanez, who is responsible for the shooting death of Philando Castile on July 6 of 2016, was found not guilty today of all charges, which included 1 count of second-degree manslaughter and 2 counts of dangerous discharge of a firearm. And this police officer, what happened in this situation was this police officer said that he pulled over this car because he looked like a robbery suspect, because he said that the wide nose that the Philando Castile had was, I guess matching some sort of description, which sounds sort of racist, but I'll digress. And he pulled over this car, and in the car was Philando Castile, his girlfriend, and there was a child in the back seat. And the police officer said, "Hey, where's your ID at?" Philando Castile notified the police officer that he is a concealed carry permit holder, and that he has his firearm on him right now, which he was legally allowed to do. And the police officer asked him to get his wallet. He basically was reaching for his wallet, and then the police officer shot him. Now, this case is very disturbing, because not only was this police officer informed prior to shooting Philando Castile that he had a firearm, but he said, "Hey, reach for your wallets and get your ID," and then he shot him. And the fact that he was found not guilty is even more shocking. And my thoughts on this, well, basically I just said it, but I have conversations with my uncle, who is a retired police officer, and he said that a lot of people want to have training, or a lot of people will point the training of police officers as the reason why you see all these police shootings, whether they're justified or unjustified. And I interviewed my uncle about, I would say, like, it was in January, for about 2 hours, and we talked about a lot of issues, but one of the issues was police shootings. And he said that it's just some officers don't have the temperament in order to be a police officer. Like, some people are not, they don't have the temperament that would make them have like the judgment capabilities of being able to make these decisions on the fly as a police officer. And he said that in cases like this, it's just a case in point, like, this guy should have never been a police officer. If something like, hey, this guy informing you that he has his concealed carry permit and he's reaching for his wallet, it makes you feel that uncomfortable to a point where you end up taking his life, then you should go find another occupation. And that's really all I have to say. Go check out my interviews I did with my uncle, who's a retired police officer. I feel like he explains stuff very well in terms of different aspects of being a police officer, different things of, or the current events that are happening in regards or relating to police officers. I can't talk right now, I'm a little thirsty, but yeah, so go check that out. That's all I have to say. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment, tell me what you guys think, and have a nice evening. Peace.